Welcome folks to another Let's Play. It's Jamin here. This is the very new, as of this recording, King's Quest. I fucking love King's Quest. I used to play like the old ones on DOS. This is like a brand new one that they've brought out by Sierra again, which apparently still exists, which I did not know. I have played this a little bit. But I decided to record it because I liked it so much. Just going to start on slot 2 instead. Start from the beginning again. All the settings should be alright. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I love King's Quest. This is just a freaking good game. Like, it's so charming. And like, it's just awesome. Anyway, I'll shut up now so you can experience the intro. One thing I will say, it does look like he looks like Vince McMahon from wrestling, if you've ever watched that. It's really weird. Funny, actually. Some new gameplay elements. Makes things fresh.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
It's a lot of gold coins.
Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
That's actually a good source of income, just stealing everyone's wishes. It's a dick move, but I mean, you know. Like a hunter's gotta eat. For some reason there's a bed in front of there. This small rabbit hole door. Very Alice in Wonderland-ish.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
Puppets. You get yourself in line, pretty politicians. It's just a matter of time because you've got no chance. Totally different. Didn't actually sing the lyrics properly, but oh well. It's the thought that counts.
Two odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Now, it's possible to die in this game, obviously, but because it's so funny, and I like the quote after this. This is obviously the wrong one, and you shouldn't do this if you want to continue the game, but it's just hilarious. Yeah. In the face.
And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling this story, you already know that I pulled the right one.
I love that. So cool. Alright, this is the proper one you're supposed to do. So beds are a common theme in this part for some reason. Because why not? Someone's snoring. Possibly sounds like me when I snore. So I've been told.
Time to hide under the covers.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Definitely not me after some nachos.
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth,
That's right.
claws, was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
Do you want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry, on a quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to... My way, too. Add a shinier hat to my collection. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Man, what kind of person would steal that? I probably would, but that's not the point.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
That's a new gameplay element introduced in this one. First person. With the power of technology.
So,
Indiana Jones
the missing
moment.
handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Boobs.
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap.
Yes, your cleverness.
Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Into the bed. Man, these graphics are amazing. Look at that dragon. Looks wicked. I think this game's using the Unreal 4 engine. Looks great.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers.
Yes.
I tried to turn
I've
that
done archery
crazy
myself.
contraption, but it
Pretty
was
difficult.
missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly
Not with the dragon,
conundrum.
obviously, because they, well, they don't
What did you use
exist.
to fix the broken switch?
But, I mean, you can believe them in dragons if you want to. So glad I don't have to clean this up.
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
Yep. Not me, though.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
I probably sleep all day too, if a mirror was my only friend.
Alright. Oh, that guy seems to be enjoying a nice slumber. Okay. Should be good. Oh, that's not good. Quickly to the bed. Lucky. Technical bed espionage. Creeping, crawling. Get in the bed. Lucky. Alright. Climb up the ladder. Well, looks like we won't be going that way.
Thought they
Back.
were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
Pay your respects. And steal the stuff. Remember, kids, as long as you pay your respects, it's okay to steal things. Okay. Another element of showcasing of first-person view. Ugh. Okay.
The mirror called out to me.
It's very bright. Let's wake this motherfucker up. Very angry. Looks like he's very hungry as well, so...
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast, and probably its owner, alive.
Big chunks of meat. And waste one. Here's your din-dins. It's full of protein and dead things. Right. Now's our chance to nick the what you would call it, mirror. Excellent. The mirror is ours. Pretty. Well, that's not good. And I don't know how the hell you did that, but it's cool. Indiana Jones time. Let's skedaddle on out of here. Ah, that's not good. That's lost. Okay. We'll roll with it. Okay. Man, this guy is awesome at arrow. Shooting an arrow. Not that way. I don't feel like getting eaten today. Wow. Okay. Oh! Look at those jumping skills. This is very Dragon's Lair-ish. Another great game. Steady. I didn't even hit it, but whatever. It's meant to be a streamlined process for maximum enjoyment. Ah, that's wicked. Mad hat blah blah blah. Mad hat catching skills. Use a breath mint or something. And that's not good. Dun, 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 dun. Seriously, man, he puts all these beds here. I mean, like, it did save my life, but it is trying to kill me at the same time. Phew.
With the magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
Well, do things for nice gestures, not for rewards, but you know, whatever. That's not good.
In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Well, since I said it before, we'll shoot the eye. Sorry, bud, but now you need some sunglasses or something. Gee, where does he keep all that stuff?
My hands were shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Gross.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there's so much more to my stories than dragons.
Is there
I
really?
hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Damn
Tell
straight.
me everything. Where can I learn to shoot like that?
A good mentor and practice. This wasn't the first time I went eye to eye with that hideous beast. And while that shot was certainly in self-defense, that arrow was a bit vengeful, I'm afraid. But let's continue that story in the daytime. It's about to get a tad more scary.
Dragons don't scare me, even those with all their eyes. If I ever come across that dragon, I'll finish him off for you. And I'll be known throughout Daventry as Gwendolyn the Brave.
That's quite a bold plan. One that requires a steadfast gut and a deft hand.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way
Who's
past
this
your
like?
bedtime.
Come on, son.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I'm so glad that character is a
I don't
chick.
need rest. I'm as spry as
So
I'll
much
ever
more
be,
better.
Though I
have a female
wouldn't mind
protagonist.
A slice of magic fruit.
I wasn't actually 100% sure if it was a boy or a girl, but it's definitely a girl. Uh-oh. It's a dragon? Is it a dragon? No, it's just some kid. He just got owned. Get wrecked?
Guards!
God, what kind of name is that?
Well, hello, cousin. I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes. The legendary beast he went eye to eye with. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before, or if he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory.
Yeah, right.
The
No.
courtyard will be filled
You
with
should.
important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
I have a feeling he's gonna be the bad guy. Like a douche.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues. Like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Thank you for saying issues.
Well,
I
I
can't say it
signed up,
myself, but he
but
said it right.
I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother.
He's
After
just
all,
a jackass.
I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
Ah, sweet. So we get different answers. An act of kindness even in victory, a deft maneuver, quick-witted destruction. Obviously.
A problem in a different way. Finding a clever distraction to create a moment of victory. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I had seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Well,
Right.
Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Well. Let's try to make this comedic as possible. As possible. Wow, okay.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcome the sight of an
Sure, man.
actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Oh, that's amazing. This game is well written. It's an amazing game in general. Definitely a Game of the Year contender.
Can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry,
He's
Triumph
fine.
can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most.
Very well.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Well, until next time, we'll check out this castle, floating island thingy. Yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace, everyone.